with the live stream that I started, and I tried to switch between one device and another, I cut it off. So you didn't actually get a reading at all yesterday. You got me messing around with the buttons. So hopefully this morning's going to be a lot better, I hope. I'm not going to switch it from my iPhone to the iPad. I'm just going to use the iPhone. And I'm using the newest live streaming platform from a mobile, being the Be.Live. And because, anyway, I'm going to try it with that entirely and being able to put the comments on the screen. Let me see. Yes, I can. And I'm going to monitor it on the Facebook pages to see if I'm live and that I can see the comments coming up. Hi, Shaz. Lovely to see you here. I am a bit later than I expected because I had other things like packing to do, ready to check out and stuff like that. Morning, Keza. Wonderful to see you here. And there you go. I am live. It is slightly... Hold on. You can hear me. I've just got to mute this somehow on my Facebook page. Mute. Go to live. Yep. It's just so I can see that I've got the lineup of the cards right. So I'm going to get into doing a session, a reading using the Curiosi-tea tea leaf reading cards. Okay, so I'm going to put it down now. You'll hear my voice. You did look for me earlier? Yes. That's good that you're looking for me. I had a message from one of my regulars as well saying, are you having a live stream reading? Because her and her husband are waiting for it. Now, I'm going to mess around with my stand. I have to physically point the phone down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's have a look. And there will be a bit of delay here as I line it up because I'm not sure where this is pointing, okay? So it's why I haven't set out the cards yet. Now, that's looking like it's right. Is that about right, Leanne? Sorry, yeah, that's right. I'm trying to find out. I have another, like Leanne's actually here in her room waiting for her first client for the day. And that's why she's trying to work out how to turn her volume down. I can actually hear it. There's an echo in the background. Now, that's not quite what I can see. Hang on, I'm just doing this, flipping it, so you can see it up the right way. So you guys can see it up the right way, okay? It's actually quite a wide angle I've got here. I'm not sure about the Be.Live settings, how to change that. So I think I've probably got that in about the right space. I need to go a bit closer there. Is that about right? So this is how you would receive a Curiosi-tea card reading. Now, I can shuffle these just a little, and this is the intention I'm putting in these cards is for the daily card reading, okay? So as you can see, there are 18 squares. It is 18. 6 by 3 is 18. And there's 18 cards here that match these squares, the pictures in the squares. So the way that I do it, here we've got the cards up the right way for you, and we're doing them. I like to place my first card there. And we're just randomly placing them. And this is sort of a mini lesson. It's not something you'd be interested to know every time you get a reading. So it's just placing them down in random order. Because I'm a Virgo, I do like to actually sit them a little bit straighter for people. And because I still need to have that reminder of which rose what colour, I do tip those first ones so that I can see which colour I'm up to. And you'll see that as I go along with this reading, right? Now, because I like to do my readings from, excuse me, my readings as a starter from that love card, as you saw me put down, that is this card. Now, I could point to anyone I want to and just randomly choose. Actually, that is what I'll do, because this is the start of the reading. So what we're doing here is the home is the basis of what the day is going to be. So spend some time at home really enjoying that space. And I suppose because it's a Sunday, we do tend to spend time from home, feeling that family connection with others around and about us, doing different things. Sometimes we go out for little day adventures and things like that, or the old-fashioned Sunday drive. What we've got covering that, and this is now the start of the reading, so we've actually got the boat covering that home energy. So it is going out and about today. So whether you're going to just do a nice little trip locally or even further, that's totally dependent on what you desire for the rest of your weekend, because it is a long weekend here in South Australia. I suppose it is Australia-wide. I just can't remember what that one is. What are we, June? It's the Queen's birthday long weekend, so I dare say it's Australia-wide. Anyway, here we have you making the choice to do a bit of movement, travel, you know, have a day trip, have a holiday if you want to, but you're in control of where that's going. Okay, and now that's actually going to send us to the row that is a pink card and the third card along. So here we've got the pink row and the third card along is this one. And that's all I'll explain. For the rest, you'll follow along as you will with me now. So whatever it is that you're choosing to do today, you're going to have a great deal of fun. It's going to be within the types of things that you actually love doing. So make sure that you're really putting that essence of love into it for you, your family, friends. So it's moving us then to the third card, which is this that I'd started with, the laying down of them. And that actually brings us back to the home base of the first card that we chose, actually, because here we've got the home 5 teacup green. There we are. So that's revealed. So in this reading, that is it. What we have is a completed reading using, and I've got to put this back up, using the Curiosi-tea cards. Now, with that form of reading, that's what I was doing to start with, wasn't it? Trying to find, I was moving the phone, trying to find that ideal position. So with that system of card reading, it's being able to very quickly move through whatever questions you need to be asking, what you want some answers and guidance for, and I find them really fun to use. Now, I have got some comments I'll bring up again. Good. There you go. So Sarah is on or watching. Good morning, lovely Ros. I love that 4-leaf clover. What are those things? Emojis. Now, the one thing I've noticed with the Be.Live is I have to scroll back each time to find the upper bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, you were directing where I was needing to put the thing. And morning, Leanne. We have had a wonderful weekend and a start to this morning, though we do feel a little stiff. What you might notice behind me is some steps. I'm not quite out of the way, am I? Look, let me do that. There's some steps. Now, there's 2 sets of those. We're not used to steps, so the little old hips are feeling it. So. Now, where was I up to? So, Rena, good morning to you as well. And we have, what is that word? That's Vok. Keza. Different language, or I call it FFS, fat finger syndrome. Not the other one. Now, where am I? Where am I? I am stretching up because I'm trying to look at the very small print on the screen. Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, I did have that. Morning from Leanne, up a bit. That's better. Thanks, Shaz. So I got that angle right. That's good. I think you meant that's good there, Keza. Good morning, Rena. Oh, I already put good morning from Rena up, didn't I? But here we go. I did see a comment there. Now, Keza, I'm not actually doing readings, so I suppose I could almost, couldn't I? For those of you who are here, it won't be disturbing Leanne at the moment. I'm not sure when her next client's coming. Oh, 15. Oh, 30. Oh, so I've got time to run through a couple of little readings, haven't I then? Just means that oh, well, yeah, I will. Because there you go. I'm going to do one for you, and I'll run through as many as I can that are here since you asked. But it does mean I'm going to have to fiddle with this camera again, and I won't see other people's comments. Now, you'll have to tell me if that's about right, because I can't see where it's aiming until the time delay fixes itself, because there is a time delay with any of these. I'm hoping it's okay. It's close enough, is it? Or not? Not. Hang on. Is that a bit better? So here we go, Keza. And if I'll just throw the dice for this one. That's another option. Oh, did I move the wrong way? I'm looking at that and thinking, whoops, I might have moved the wrong way. Now, here we go. If you hear silence, it's because I'm concentrating with my tongue sticking out. And my close friends know what, what I mean when I say that. Here's the dice. So for you, Keza, I can't see what your question would be now, because I haven't got it up. So there's the dice. You've got a 6, 2 and a 4, so that's 12. Here's the starting card, is this one. So you're actually on the scale. So there's things that you're needing to actually weigh up. So you've asked your question in your head, what you want to know. I'll take that as a given. I have no idea. I can't read the comments. So here we've got a key that's presenting to you on top of the scale. So there's something that you're actually needing to either lock up or unlock. In general, I look at a key as being the thing that unlocks, is the purpose that we're mainly using it. When we're accessing a key, we've already locked what's locked away. We're actually going to unlock it. So you're going to be measuring up what you're needing to unlock, moving to the 4 blues, this one. And there's your reading, back to the scales, because that's how this system works. We've returned to what is the starting card. See that? So what I'm sensing there for you, Keza, is needing to really weigh up what it is you're wanting to access, and getting into whether it is something that you're needing to really unlock and take out of that either hiding place or safe place or whatever. It could be, what I'm actually sensing is that you could be needing to actually access linked documents for some reason. So whether it's a deed of title, or whether it's a will, or whether it's something along the ways of an agreement. So that's what I'm sensing. So let's see if that gelled with you. And then I'll just busy up all these cards again and redistribute them without, and the thing is, without shuffling it, because of the random nature of putting them down. That's the shuffle as well anyway. So who was it that was first on? Shaz, you're going to get one. So here we go for you, Shaz. You're first on the good morning list. So here we go, and I'm going to have to move. This is where it's a bit awkward, isn't it? I'm going to have to move the phone down again. This is going to test my voice, didn't it? Oh, hang on. How did I do that before? Oopsie. Was it like that? Is that close enough? Am I in the right spot? You're going to get a lot of, yeah? You're going to get a lot of boob views as I move this around. My apologies, people, but it's the way it is with this mobile factor. Now, do I go closer there? I feel it needs to go a bit closer. So here we go for Shaz. Ask your question as I'm putting it down. I don't need to know it. I'm just going to read the cards as I read them. And how accurate it is up to you to tell or not. The cards themselves, they do tell a story. So how it fits into what your questioning is. Now, let me see. I need to go, which way do I need to go? It's not showing up as quite the right spot for me here. Okay, let's see if that's close enough. Let's see. There is a delay on the... Am I about right there, Leanne? You still watching or you're not? That's a bit? Yeah. Good, hopefully that said it. Okay, yeah, yep. Now, we're starting on 5, 11, 14 there, okay? 11 and 3 is 14, isn't it? So 12, 13, 14. So what you're starting on, Sharon, is your star. So it's reaching for the stars, having that goal, whatever your dreams are. You know how, and I do pretty much go back to that wish upon a star. So what are you wishing for? What is your focus? What you're bringing into your life? Now, I'm not analysing timelines or anything like that. I'm just going to let the words flow from what I'm getting, okay? So the spider weaving a web of magic. So a lot of that's going to be around what you're wanting to actually have as your dreams, you putting in the work for it to be able to create that web. Every spider's web is unique and individual. No two are the same. So you've got every opportunity to create what you want coming forward in that goal to your stars, to gaining that goal that your stars, your heart's desire, your dreams coming true type of thing. And it's even reinforced further with the horseshoe. Sometimes when you're playing that game, the horseshoe on the peg thing, you miss, but certainly there are times where it really hits home and you're going to have that good luck really coming in. I think there's a little level of patience in that, not trying to rush it too much, take the time and enjoy the journey. So what we're doing from that then, it's creating and building up what is your tower, good foundation, tower of strength, and all of that that's coming forward for you. So it's almost like you are uprooting what is currently and creating that new space to transplant and grow a very strong tower of what you're wanting to put down as your base and grow on it. You know, I mean, you're a gardener, you know what that means, you know the amount of work that's involved, but you also know the rewards because your garden's jolly beautiful. So here we go over to the Tower card, the one pink, and it is opening new doorways for you. So trust in which choice you're making as well, as far as which door you're going to open, because sometimes we do get distracted and diverted because we think one is better than another, you know, the bright and sparklies. Trust the first one that you get that feeling for. Okay, down to 4 blue, and we're down here, and we're back to your star. So that's completed. So it really is saying trust that next step that you're taking in that web that you're weaving. Okay, so that was Shaz's. I've got a nice streak of sunshine coming through. That there's, you know, those slats. We call them Venetian blinds on all the doors and windows here. So it's I wanted to face the window so it was a good natural light, but it's creating quite a pattern on my head. Lucky you're not seeing it all the time while I'm doing this, isn't it? Right, so whoops, I've got to put the cards up the right way so that I can lay them down again for the next one. Who was next? Oh, and that's, I've just, core. I can't see it because my eyes are blinded by the light. Oopsie. Now, I know that, I saw a comment there from John O. Oh, wow, there's lots of comments on the mobile device. Do you know how hard that is to actually scroll through them? I probably will miss someone. Sarah, I'm just going to put a few of the comments up, but Sarah, yours is going to be the next reading. Did I put that one up? Oh, Rena, yes, you do love the cards. I know you've commented on them. Oh, these before or the Lenormand? I can't remember now. Love the cards. There we go. That answered it. It was going to be the collective reading, but now I'm turning it into a bit of a personal one for those who are lucky enough in the time I've got. So let's see if you're early enough on the list to have a reading with them I'm only going as long as if I hear a knock on the door, that's when I will be ending, because I don't want to interrupt what Leanne is doing in her space. Okay. And you're actually doing a bit of a road trip. Isn't that funny? Look, the energy around cards when you're doing general readings really is interesting. That there's something within them that's relevant for everyone. It's just depending on how you interpret what you're needing from them for your own situation. I think that, yeah, they're a tool that really do help with our guidance, aren't they? Thank you, Keza, for that. You love the work with my cards. Good morning, Julia. Lovely to see you here. And, oh, Jonathan, what was that? Morning, no more hats. Oh, look, I do hats, but this morning one on the daily, I like to use Be.Live. Now that they've got a new mobile app, I've been doing the beta testing for it for months, but it's now a free to the public mobile app. You just look for B.Live or Be.Live app. Anyway, I can put a link for it in my post when I get to that later. I do still do the hats, slowly, but I do. And good morning, is that Karin? Some of the words I can't read because it's white on white. I've been, oh, good heavens, I've been since 5. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that is right in my eyes. I really need to, see, I couldn't even see where I was up to. And if you love, if you do love a card, yeah, Karin, that's lovely. I'll do it actually as a reading, but I don't know if I'm going to get down to yours yet because of the time, because of the number. Thank you, everyone, for popping in, because there's quite a few here. And I hadn't even realised how many. There you go, trolling. So ignore that one. I can see that. Now, let me see. And Shaz is saying thanks for spot on. Answered your question. It's really great to get feedback too, so thank you. I'll continue on with Sarah's reading because I'm not going to keep scrolling through heaps and heaps of messages that are a troll or whatever the term is. I don't particularly care for it. Now I'm just laying the cards down. Actually, I'll tip the phone down again and lay the cards down ready. Hopefully it's the right angle, right height. And I'll continue. You can still hear me. So I'll just lay the cards down. Now this one was for Sarah. So ask your questions, Sarah, and I'll just read them as they come out in this style of card reading. And as you can see, it's potluck whether you get 2 cards read, 5. There has been many cases where I've read the full 18. Not often, but it usually goes up to the 16 and then that's the completion of the reading. It's fun to actually do that now. I'm just going to tip that a little bit. I've got to gauge which way I'm going. That way, I think. So here we go, Sarah. Have your question in mind. I think I've got it now. I'm just looking at my iPad to check it. Yes, spot on that time. Oh, and then I moved it. Now I've got to go back. Hang on. Maybe that way. Let's see. I'll do the dice and check it later. So 6, 3 and 3 is 12. That's better. So we're starting from this card here, Sarah. Now, with that delay in mind, no, actually you hear my voice at the same time as I normally do. You've got the scales as the underlying energy for this reading. So there's measuring up, just a bit of a decision of how much of something that you're wanting to put energy work into, that type of thing. So it's, and also what level of involvement you want in certain areas of what you're doing. I'm actually feeling that's more that home work, you're working from home or wherever you're choosing to set up your clinic. Okay. Because I do have some background of your life. So Sarah, here it really is reaching for the stars. So what it's telling me is that you're actually needing to focus on that brightest one, the one that's that first instinctive, intuitive, gut feeling type. I really want to do this and follow that. So we're going to follow that down to here where the star is sitting with the tower on top. So we're continuing that story and building up and working at what you're wanting to actually do, moving into the next few months and years. No timeline coming up for anything. It's just pacing yourself so that you know that you're going to get the right balance. Remember, we've got the scales there. So take those steps in the way that you need to and move that, here we are, you're going to be changing some things up that it feels like you're transplanting and renewing what you're doing. It's the same base foundation of who you are, but you're shifting it up and creating that tower effect. Good foundation. So move it into this energy of what's coming of a ladder it is a bit of work, but it's taking the one step at a time. So once you've safely got to one point and you feel that that's balanced, then move it up to the next step, up to the next level, and progress it like that until you've got things sorted how you want to at that top step of the ladder. You're bringing that combination of what you're doing from the home to your workspace. It feels to me like it is gradually going to move to being able to be something that's more a work from home, your own business, and doing what you love to do. Whether that shows up in this next one is there. There it is, working at what you love to do from your home space. So really feel into that space and create it how you want it, that you're loving what you're doing, which I know you do. You've already got that moving forward. There may be times where you do need the bit of assistance. That's what the cane is. It's a helper. So if you need to ask advice from someone in how to set something up, or you need the actual physical help in creating your studio area or your clinic room area or whatever you want to call it, because I know you've got wonderful artwork you do as well. So ask for the help when you need to, and that can be from your own spiritual guidance, all right, as well. It doesn't have to be just people around and about you. It can be that connection that you know that's growing for you as well with your spiritual guidance. So moving it down to what help there is. It is a bit of a plod along, but persisting. We're still getting that energy moving, and you've got the resources. A camel in the desert has the resources most of the time, the water in its hump or whatever. However they store what their inner resources are, it's used as and when they need to. That's our persistence, that's your perseverance. So use it. And don't just leave them sitting there unused. It's keeping that energy moving. It's going to bring you that form of abundance that you're looking for. If it needs to be money coming in, well, that's what you'll get. If it needs to be help and assistance from someone, that's what it will be. If it's something that you've got excess of that you want to give, that's what it will be. Okay? So we move down to that. And it comes to trusting that those resources are going to be there at any point in time that you need them. So move into that. Really trust it. Have faith in yourself. The luck is, it's not just good luck. The way the energy flows, and it really does expand, and sharing it with others, they share it with you. It's all of that type of feeling with this. And knowing the direction that you're going, keeping that focus on your star, because here we've got the bat. They know where they're going. They're highly intelligent. They actually use their sonar tools, resources they have within them to really be guided and know the way. So it's another reinforcement of using those resources and tools within you. And here we've got the sword is bringing that guiding light, and also your ability to stand up for in areas that you need to actually place your boundaries and say, I am here, I'm not going to be treated like this. My expectations and what I want to organise and set up is going to be like this. And that you're sort of stating, using the words that are kind and compassionate as well in stating what you want, what your expectations are as you're moving that energy into what you are wanting from that star base, the scales. You'll know, diplomacy comes in here too sometimes, okay? 4 green. And it's a new pathway, starting, and it does feel like it is that new pathway, starting things and being able to actually manoeuvre fairly quickly if you need to, making quick decisions and things that you're wanting to change if you need to, if you find it's not working out. Okay, it's being able to have that bit of flexibility in that new energy that you're starting to feel, and growing with it, because you know babies take baby steps, then they start to run, and you know we grow up basically. So from there we're moving into being more manoeuvrable on the bigger seas. So there is going to be that growth there of how you're growing, what you move, what you're doing, what you know, and it depends on what that star is, how you want to structure it as we're learning. So moving that then further into more creativity with your web. Each spider, as we heard in the previous one, was unique webs. You are going to be able to create whatever you're wanting to, that's going to open those further doors for you. And it's then going to shift into being able to celebrate whatever you have attained through this whole process, celebrating it with joy, happiness, to find that balance in your life. And you, Sarah, have an 18 card reading. Every one of those has been read, and what a story that's creating. So that is that was a full reading, and that's how interesting. Oh, gee, that light! How interesting these cards can be in the way they are read. Now I am going to leave that there because Leanne's client is going to be very shortly. Sorry I couldn't get to everyone. It's amazing to be able to use the technology that we have in the way that we can. And I'm away for the weekend, away from my usual comfort zone setup, using mobile device. Yeah, yesterday morning I fruited it up, but this morning here we are. We are able to put on a daily card reading still, put on communication in ways we never would have dreamed of. I'm just going to share just a little story that really intrigued me, because the way technology has grown. In my younger years, I remember a cartoon that was called, I can't remember what the cartoon was called itself, but there was a character in it called Dick Tracy. And Dick Tracy had a wristwatch. And Dick Tracy could call anyone with his wristwatch by saying, calling whatever it was, you know, there was communication via this device on his hand. I would have been, it could have been in those early years of TV. I could have been 10, 11, 12, could have been 15. I don't remember what age I was when this was on. TV was a new thing. It was still black and white. And there was this device. And it was really funny. I didn't even think of it, and I sort of thought, as Leanne was driving along and she started talking into her watch, she's got one of those smart watch things, and she'd received a phone call and was able to answer it on her wrist. And I thought, oh, gee, you're doing a Dick Tracy. The knew what I was talking about, but haven't we come a long way in how we can communicate? I love doing these live streams. I love it that you're joining me with this, and thank you so much for being here and sharing time with me, your energy and questions, hellos, thank yous and everything else. I can't read them on the small screen, so thank you to everyone. Blessings for your day. Keep being the best you that you can be, and namaste till tomorrow. Bye for now.